Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to attempt to show you how I sew together my junk journals. I've already gone ahead and prepped it a little bit. What I like to do once the junk journal, all the pages have all the sewing on it and everything for the pages are constructed, I line them up in the order that I want, put them in the book's cover, and then I use a binder clip to clip each of the sides. After that, what I do, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this or not, but I make the holes. There's a hole here, here, and here. And what I like to do, some people measure, some people don't. I like to. I use a Tim Holtz ruler because it will show the middle. Line that up, and then I poke the middle hole at the 0, and then usually, depending on how tall the journal is, I'll go down about an inch or half an inch. What did I do on this? I did an inch on each side, and then poke the 2 side holes. The tool that I use is another Tim Holtz product. It's almost like one of those X-Acto knives that push down, but instead of a blade, it is, I don't know, can you see that? A pointed tip, and then it pokes the holes right through. So that's the tool I use. And then I have this needle. I'm not sure, I think this is a quilting needle or something. It doesn't really have a sharp edge. I mean, it is a little pokey, but it's not like an actual sewing needle that's very sharp at the end. But it will poke through paper, but not cut your finger. And for this, I'm using brown embroidery thread. So, to begin, what I do first is, this is the way I do it. Some people do it differently, but this is just the way that I do my books. I go through the middle hole first to the outside and pull that through, and then from there I go to the top hole and I go back in. So stick through the top hole, go back in, and pull it a little bit. So now you can see there's the first stitch outside. And then, so we're at the top hole, I skip this hole and I go down to the bottom and I go back through. So I'm going through the bottom and pulling out. And then I'll pull it a little tighter. And now from here, here's the bottom hole that I just came out. I'm going to go back through the middle. The thing about this is you have to be very careful, because when you put the needle back through, you don't want to go through the thread in the middle of the thread. You want to try to go on the outside of the thread, if that makes sense. So I'm poking it back through, and I don't know if you can see this. See, it's coming out and it's not going through this thread here. Another tip that I do need to tell you also, and at this point what I do is I just pull my needle off because I don't actually need my needle in there anymore. But I don't know if you can see this, but see, each of these threads is on a different side of the one that goes down the middle, like that. Once I have them here, before I tighten them, I just want to cut the string just so this part is off. And I'll just give it a nice pull gently this way. And then I'll hold it tight, flip it over, and just make sure these are nice and tight and they're not loose or anything. And then again, just give it one more, gentle though, because I've pulled tight once by accident and it ripped the paper. And then when I do my knots, the first thing I do is I just do a single knot, put it through, and then I don't know if you've ever had stitches before, but when they give you stitches, what they do, it's almost like making a double knot at the same time. So how you would normally put it through, pull it out, and then put it back through one more time. So it's 2 knots in one, And there you go. It's tightened. Now I haven't decided exactly what I want to do with the bow in the middle. Sometimes I'll just tie it like a regular bow. Sometimes I'll just cut it really short and just leave it hanging. I haven't decided that yet. But at this point, you can take off the clips. And there you go. So, I don't know, can you see that? You can see that. It's kind of hard to see, but there is the binding. And you have your book. I hope this was helpful for some of you. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.